Hello and welcome to my first match in the bracket stage of the of the hand mix tournament. I did make it in as the 15th seed, one of the 3 or 4 second place finishers to advance. My opponent, crabcat2, is the 2nd seed, so did very well in the group stage. And as a result, my opponent gets to go first in the first game. The setup here is first to 2.5 wins, so it could be pretty short or not, depending on how things go. So on this board, what do we have? It looks like my opponent probably has a 2-5. We have Jack for trashing, Apprentice for trashing, Goat Herd for trashing, Research for trashing. Okay, and Banish. All right, there's a lot of thinning here. The draw is Torturer, maybe Apprentice, Scholar, if you guess you're playing like festivals and shantytowns and native villages. Okay. I'm thinking getting a few silvers would be pretty alright, so I'm thinking open Jack here. I'm expecting a Torturer from my opponent, but we'll see what happens. Artificer, interesting. Okay. So we could actually go Shantytown here. We could go Goat Herd, obviously, to get started on copper trashing. And maybe that's better. The thought about Shantytown is that it either draws cards or we play it before the Jack and then the cards get drawn anyway. But maybe I'd rather just have the copper trashing. I suppose we'll trash state here. I mean, we could mole. So what's the worst possible thing that could happen if we mole is that we see 2 estates and a copper. Our Jack gets to trash nothing. Potentially. I mean, it could end up trashing this estate, but if the Jack sees at least 1 estate, we're happy. If we don't see Jack, we see 2 coppers, we can buy native village, which isn't very exciting. 3 and 7 chance to see the Jack. If we see the Jack, very unlikely we don't pair it with an estate. Maybe impossible because... Oh, no. Because the inspection comes first, yeah, so it's definitely possible. But, well, wait a minute. No, actually it's guaranteed that we would see an estate. I don't know. It's probably too greedy. They're probably just trash. We're thinking it. So would I like a Shantytown? I think so. Okay, well this isn't great. Wonder if we just banish a state here. Like, I don't really want to research or second Jack. Just gonna banish the estate. Artificer's certainly doing some stuff. I guess there's no reason not to play the Shanty Town. Okay, so we hit 4 again. Isn't great. So I would like to hit 5, but we got a couple silvers in our deck now, so we'll get there. Opponent's Goat Herd's probably going to draw 2 cards. Nice for them. Do I want to grab another Shanty Town, I think is the question. Or another Goat Herd. Another Goat. So my opponent has 1 DTX card. I'm wondering about, like, is it worth hitting Torture or not? I've done more thinning than my opponent, but it's not actually like that much more. It might be better to just go ahead and grab a Scholar. Oh, wait. I get the second Scholar. Oh, just now. Okay. Yeah, it could also be a good idea to go ahead and get an Apprentice. I mean, an Artificer. Ooh, okay, never mind. I'm definitely not thinner now. Artificer or Scholar? I mean, we should be able to hit 5 again next turn. I grab the Artificer. Not gonna trash a card for me. I would like to draw with my Goat Herd so I can... First Goat Herd draws a copper and I can trash with the second Goat Herd. Like, that's not gonna happen, though. I guess we discard this. Good Mole here. Find the Artificer. Is that really worth doing, though? I don't think so. Really hoping I would find my Artificer. Would have let me hit 5 one way or the other. If we Mole and then find the Artificer, like, we don't get like a 3 cost, which isn't really worth. So I'm just gonna grab another Shanty Town. You need to get some draw going here. Pick up a Scholar. It certainly feels like I'm way behind, though. Maybe I top deck a Shantytown here? Oh. Well... I guess I still can. How much is it going to help? If I discard these 3 cards, Goat Herd trash, draw the Shantytown, play the Shantytown, I have 2 cards in my hand, or I could mole, get 3 cards into my hand, of which they're going to be like potentially another Goat Herd, hoppers, maybe a silver. Not super exciting stuff. There's 2 Shantytowns in there, so if we play the Goat Herd, draw that. Okay. I don't think I want another silver here. I just want to end actions and pick up a scholar. Be nice to have an apprentice too. Just really far behind. The early artificer really paid off for crabcat. Like just being able to use it to hit 5 regardless of what the contents of their hand was seems to be quite good. It's certainly possible I overcommitted to trashing, though, that I could have hit, maybe I could have hit 5 if I had gone for just like Jack Silver or something, but I don't know. Then, I mean, the thinning is pretty important too. Interesting that crabcat is gaining this much silver. They trashed copper with their apprentice, right? Yeah. We just play this Shantytown? We get all of these cards into our hand, so I guess so. Well, wait a minute. We might... We have the Jack and the Artificer. I'm thinking about gain and play. We're going to be able to manage that. If we play the Scholar now, we draw... We maybe don't draw the Shantytown. We've got a... Oh, we've got the Goat Herd. Right. Okay. So... What do we want to gain with our Artificer? We got to be a little bit careful about our terminals. Or not, sorry, not our terminal space, but our like the shuffle that we're going to trigger here. Like if we discard all 5 cards, we can play the Goat Herd, trash nothing, and draw 2. And then I guess if it's a Scholar, we can draw all the cards back up. Alternatively, we discard the Goat Herd, play the Jack, draw back up to 5, which is all of these cards, -1, which is whatever we top deck. I guess that's not so bad. Oh, well, then there's also a silver in our discard, which, okay. It's a little bit worse. I think that's still better. Maybe we just take another artificer? We could top deck. We can actually, yeah, we can draw whatever we top deck again here since we found the goat herd. We could just get another artificer. Oh no, never mind. Because yeah, we can't discard that many cards. Okay, so we could just shove another Shantytown in our deck. Use some plus buy at this point, maybe, but I can't actually draw that. Getting the Shantytown into hand this turn is not useful. Maybe we just don't. Let's go Goat Herd, Trash Copper, and we need scholars, we need festivals. Which do we need more right now? Probably the scholar. It's probably easier to gain the festival. Well, maybe not. Because we have to play a Shantytown first. So maybe we want to grab a festival and top deck a scholar. This is not going to be a good hand if my goat herd isn't drawing this turn. I mean, I guess we can discard a couple cards and then mull if the goat herd isn't drawing. I was wondering when Apprentice Trashing Silver was going to come into play, but now the goat herd is drawing, so that's good. So maybe not entirely clear that I should. Well, I guess what we want to do is top deck Shantytown, play the goat herd, and I guess not trash, fortunately. Or we could get a native village, I guess. You can also see what the artificer draws. I should still be losing here. I mean, my opponent has 6 artificers, 4 scholars. a surprising amount of silver that they're keeping in their deck. They could dud here. Like, it is possible. Okay. So maybe we discard the goat herd. Trash with it later. I want to trash one card, I believe. No, they trashed with their apprentice. They only have the one goat herd. They didn't trash with that. They didn't trash with the jack. Do we want another shantytown? Yes. Festival. Play that. An artificer for another scholar. 1, 6. Unfortunately, we don't have another artificer. Guess we want to take another silver. So we have some money. It's a 10, 11, 12. If we can hit 13. But to do that, we have to keep the copper. Yeah, because I want to be able to buy province artificer. How do I feel about leaving a goat herd on top? Overall, I'd rather not. Well, no dud. I mean, I guess it's still conceivable that they like draw all their treasures in green, but no. My opponent might also just empty piles this turn, but I mean, it's not like not taking Artificer was gonna improve my chances to win, so. Yeah, 4 shantytowns left. They do only have 1 festival, so they don't have that many buys, but they've got enough artificers to gain all those cards. Just a question of whether they have enough cards in hand to do it. Probably. I'm expecting them to empty piles here, but oh, nope. Okay. So, and they didn't banish. So, like, the dud is still a possibility. The question here is, do we play the Shantytown or do we throw it into our discard pile? Having the extra actions available would be nice. We probably don't need to draw with the Shantytown. I think we play it. All right, did my opponent trash anything? I know they trashed their Goatherd with their apprentice. So okay, so our Goatherds are drawing a card. So our goal here, and if we were to triple province, we would win. I don't see how we could possibly hope to do that. Like 6. There's no way to increase hand size past 7. So like we can't artificer for province even once. Unless we first artificer for like torturer and then play that after scholar. Seems like a tall order. And even then, can we afford double province? We hit 13 last turn. We have 1. I guess we could if we had all of our money in hand. Maybe that is the play, is to go for that. So in order to do that, like I said, we need to gain a torturer. So we play artificer, discarding Jack, Silver, Silver, Shantytown, Goatherd. Well, we're going to draw a card, but yeah, discarding something like that. We torture, draw some cards. I don't really see a lot of alternatives to this plan. We drew a silver, that's fine. Does it make more sense to play Shantytown Jack? Maybe it does. Maybe it does. Okay. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We play this, we'll have 7. So we have to play the scholar first. So we play Shantytown. Scholar. Should have discarded the torturer, I guess. It doesn't really matter. Is there any advantage to playing an artificer now? I don't think so. Okay, the curse doesn't matter. All right. So one of those 2 cards is the artificer. Oh, how are we gonna afford to buy anything if we discard all of our silver? We need another scholar. This doesn't work, does it? And the last card is... Crap. Yeah, we needed 1 more scholar for this to work. So we have to... Crap. Yeah. I needed to gain... But I couldn't have done it previous cycle. Maybe it wasn't actually possible. I needed to find my cards in a different order. I'm not sure. Right now I have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards in hand. I mean, I can discard everything except a goat herd, play a goat herd, draw the artificer, and then have just the artificer in hand. That doesn't help very much. I think what happens if we take another torturer? I mean, we're decreasing hand size. We go down to 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that doesn't really help. Okay, well, if we're not going to be able to do it, then we should plan to banish province, trash the copper, and plan to gain a silver next turn. I guess we could buy some duchies. I mean, my opponent should be able to just win on piles easily. Man, if I had the artificer in hand with no, it doesn't. None of it matters. I mean, I could use the artificer, mole the goat. Or then I have artificer and a couple cards. It's still not enough. Use artificer. Like get torturer, play it. Does that? I mean, does that help me? It helps me next turn, but next turn doesn't exist probably. All right, I'm gonna just. Do that. My opponent doesn't have a goat herd, so it won't help them. Let's see, 10, 14. So we can banish and double. Duchy. Not very exciting. Artificer can't really do anything. I mean, I guess we could triple duchy. Take a native village. Does the native village do anything? I can see. We take torture 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, we only have 2 buys. Whoops. All right, I guess it's province Spanish. Yeah. We needed 1 more scholar to draw back up after we discarded to gain the province. It's possible. It's possible that the ordering was there to do it, and I just didn't account for how I was going to need to play it. Like maybe what I needed to do was gain a scholar first, and then but then what's like all I'm doing is spinning my wheels. I don't know. I'd have to go through that more carefully than I did at the time, and I wasn't going through it uncarefully, but I'd have to go through it even more carefully to like figure out whether there was some sequencing that would have allowed it, or maybe I just didn't have enough artificers. Or maybe I needed to draw in a different order. Maybe if I discard the... No, because I redrew the torture after playing Scholar anyway. Maybe what I needed to do was have, when I gain the province, have like a moldable card in hand. And then gain the province, mold that. Suppose there's no point focusing on it right now. Okay, so Hermit for trashing. Bishop is the only copper trashing. It's not great. And we have a 2-5, which doesn't look particularly good here either. How do we feel about Lighthouse? Well, what's the draw here? Mostly Diplomat or Watchtower, which can... or Expedition, I guess. We can activate those things with Hamlet and Warehouse. So we don't necessarily need to like be attacked. Which I'm thinking... I mean, I don't know how I feel about Soothsayer. I mean, I want a Hermit, right? I want a Lighthouse. Do I want a Hamlet? Lighthouse seems better right now. I guess I'm going to take a Lighthouse. Yeah, the question is, do I take Soothsayer or do I take Hermit? The gold gaining is fine, but not like amazing. There's not like a lot of expensive stuff that we're trying to buy. Giving out curses, I mean, does something, but with Hermit in the Kingdom, it doesn't do that much. I think we probably should just go for Hermit. Okay, so we can get a Madman here by buying Expedition. I like that. Now I think we take the Diplomat, although the Diplomat is going to be terminal. The only card we have to activate it right now is Lighthouse. Play. I guess we could not play the Lighthouse, but that seems a little dubious. We do have the Madman in our deck, though. Okay, we'll grab the Diplomat. Okay. I guess I kind of wish I'd grabbed like a Horse Traders or a Hamlet, though, because I could use the plus buy. We're going to want to do that just so that we can find a state with our Hermit. Flag. Oh, wait, no, it's asking me to gain a card. I don't know why. I don't know what I was thinking there. Okay, so I think we're gonna buy something, which means I think we want Hamlet off this Hermit. Thinking Hamlet horse traders. I'm gonna take another diplomat here. Okay, this diplomat activates, and we get the horse traders. Person plus buy. There's a good chance that we fail to pair Hermit Estate here. Although, wait, the other card in there is a Hamlet, though. So actually we... Or no, wait, did we already see our estate? Yeah, we did. Never mind. Never mind. I wonder if we want to pick up another Hermit here so we have more gains. So we don't have to make the decision right this second. And we possibly won't draw our Hermit anyway. We did. We don't need actions or buys here, so unless we're obviously discarding 2 coppers. We're gonna have 4 or 5 coins. So I'm thinking Hermit, Hamlet, Watchtower, maybe. That's not great. Not great at all. We have our lighthouse in play. Maybe just buy a diplomat and don't play the other ones here, and then can add in some more like Hamlets and maybe some warehouses to make sure the diplomats don't do this sort of nonsense again. Those are cheaper to get with when we see our plus buy and our hermits and stuff. Ooh, that's pretty disgusting. Well, I'm definitely behind now. If I wasn't already. Man, crabcat is really going hard after the hermits, which I guess makes sense. I mean, they can gain a lot of the cards that you care about on this board. I may have overinvested in diplomats relative to just Hamlet Watchtower. Yeah, that's pretty nice. I think we don't take buy here. Well, we're not going to play both of the hermits before we play the Watchtower, so maybe we do. I think we just want another Hamlet. Need to discard again to, or we play the horse traders. Dang. Find my other Watchtower? You have another Watchtower, right? Oh no, I don't. Okay, that's the problem. I should probably get another one of those. Piles are getting pretty low here. Not like super low, but how many hermits are in the trash? 4 hermits in the trash, 9 hermits gone, which means my opponent has 3 hermits. So gosh. Actually wondering about just like buying duchy here. Pretty awkward situation. Another Watchtower. I don't really want to buy a duchy. And to be fair, my opponent shouldn't be able to pile if I don't touch the Hamlets or the Hermits, but that also seems like it could be problematic from other perspectives. Pretty sure we have Lighthouse Diplomat in here, so we should be able to get our turn started next turn, so that shouldn't be a problem. Maybe it is fine to gain a duchy, but I guess we could go Hamlet Diplomat. With 3 Hermits, opponent can presumably gain a Hermit, play the Hermit, you know, okay, fine, that's that. Then 2 Hamlets, that's 2, then the 2 Watchtowers, buy 3 Watchtowers and an estate. I doubt it. They could probably, even 3 Watchtowers, like, they're gonna have trouble getting that much money. I think it's safe for me to take Hamlet Diplomat. And I do think I need another Hamlet. I'd have liked a warehouse too. And my opponent doesn't have a horse traders. They pretty much only have the 7 coppers in their deck in terms of buys. I mean, in terms of money. I have a lighthouse and a horse traders, so I can hit 11 in theory. In practice, it's hard for me to have all those cards in hand / play. Appears my opponent is going for it. Either that or they're going to buy green. Not try to pile the watchtowers. I'm not really sure. Hermit for silver. Okay, so they're just going to pick up province probably. They can draw it. What? Well, they picked up the silver, but they couldn't draw into 8 coins. Would think Lighthouse would have been better to pick up in silver from that perspective, but I don't know. So I only have 2 hermits. I did not pick up that 3rd hermit, so now it's my opponent has 4, I have 2. So I really need to green this turn in order to prevent losing on a pile out. I kind of feel like my opponent should probably take a duchy though, because like if that would maybe position them well to pile out next turn, but I don't know. Really hope I find some hamlets off this diplomat play. If I don't, it's going to potentially be a pretty sad turn. Warehouses. Hamlets just seemed more important. It's a diplomat. Okay. Well, that's not good. Warehouse draws 1 card. No, just same number of cards. Never mind. What am I talking about? So I guess we play the Watchtower first. What is this? Oh, gosh. Man. So the best we could hope to do if we played the diplomat in terms of what we draw is like a couple more coppers, which doesn't get us to anything that we're just... Where are my hamlets? I could have also, if I'd found my horse traders, that would have helped. A hermit would have helped. But no. So many coppers. I mean, I will admit, I've not been seeding my deck as well as my opponent with like Watchtower, so that's definitely on me, but I feel like I could have expected to find 1 more activator. Oh, they might be able to pile on estates. I could see that. They managed to get 4 hermits in play. They could hit 8 with 4 buys. Yeah, that's definitely a possibility. Not something I would have been able to do with how many hermits I have. Surely they're going to be playing a Watchtower any second now. Trash is an estate. I guess that does make sense. You don't need them for the points. But it did not work out for crabcat. That's surprising. That's really surprising. Well, presumably now crabcat goes for duchy, but not estate, because estate helps me win? Or does it? Crabcat goes duchy, estate, that's 5-3, yeah. They can't take the estate. 2 expeditions, or do that. I might be able to get 5 estates. Right. So we're gonna have... The question is how many... So we have 2... We need 3 buys. One of those buys is coming... We only need 1 Hamlet for buys, so there's no reason to do that now. Okay. That's not draw. Great. Oh boy. We did see multiple diplomats and watchtowers last turn. I hadn't really been thinking about that. Alright, I guess we're not taking action with this Hamlet because we don't know... Oh my god. 4, 5, 6. So we can discard a Hermit. We can get a duchy. Puts us in a tie if crabcat empties estates and doesn't get any other points. And still... God. Okay. Still play 1 Hermit for warehouse. Ugh. Disgusting. Yeah, I saw all my draw cards at the top of my shuffle, and then all of my actions at the bottom of my shuffle. I didn't realize quite how bad the distribution was even last turn. I wasn't thinking about the fact that I saw 4 of my 5 draw cards. I mean, the fact that I only have 5 draw cards is not so great. Admittedly. This is only 1 less than my opponent has. Oh, my opponent still has a madman. I did not realize that. Multiple madmen, maybe? How many madmen are there normally? Aren't there 10? Does my opponent really have 3? Or maybe they... Oh, they took the madmen last turn? Yeah, I didn't even register that. Oh, but that does mean that they don't have the gains that they had. I think that's actually a net loss for them in terms of ability to pile. I mean, they need to pile on a win as opposed to a tie. They need to be able to get 5 estates and a duchy, which is a lot anyway. Huh. This game has gone in directions that I did not think it was going to go. They do have 2 silvers now. 7 copper and 2 silver. So 11 coins. And that's well short of win money. It's enough to tie. Oh, wait, maybe it's not. Maybe they still have a hermit left? Oh, only 2 buys. Okay. Oh, colony, hello. Okay, well that's going to be hard to compete with. I think we go horse traders, discarding copper, and then watchtower here. Oh, wait. I guess it's fine. Not really what I would have wanted to see. Got a discard for buy as well. How do I win this game? If I play my 2 hermits to gain estates, then I need to hit 11. My opponent still has a madman left, so they can draw pretty well, potentially. Okay. Are those both of our hermits? I think so. We've discarded a lot of crap into our shuffle. 2 duchies, 2 coppers, 4 coppers. This is a shuffle we really don't want to trigger. So we play watchtower. We buy duchy. We can't buy province. That's the problem. If I play warehouse first, I can draw a lot of those cards. But I won't be. But I'll be discarding coppers, which means I still might not be able to buy province. Depending on how many duchies I end up drawing into. So there's 7 cards in here. I'm gonna see one of them and discard it, whatever it is. And then I play 2 hermits. Like, my hand size will be 4, play 2 hermits. I will draw most of it. I guess I just gotta go with that. Okay, we found a duchy. That is good. Warehouse for sure. We have 4 coins, so we don't need, even if we find a duchy, we'll have enough. So we don't need to top deck that. We could top deck a lighthouse, which is just as good as a copper, except that then next turn it helps us out. If we top deck, so we're going to draw 5 cards. If we don't see duchy, 4, 5, we have 10. If we do see duchy, we have 9. The most we could get is 11. Doesn't really, well, it would allow us to buy expedition, I guess. I think I'm going to take the lighthouse. Maybe I should have taken the silver. I forgot that silver would let me get colony. I was thinking about, I'm dumb. Yeah, I should have. I should have. I should have gotten silver. Colony obviously would have been better. Dud, dud, dud. You have lots of, well, relatively lots of treasure in your deck now. Uh-oh. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I mean, if my opponent can gain all the estates, then it didn't. The colony versus province difference didn't matter. Doesn't mean I shouldn't have taken a silver though. Ugh. Painful. And I guess if I'd taken colony estate, maybe I win there. Like if I gain instead of estate instead of lighthouse, there's 4 estates left. I take colony. I have to guess. Well, no, wait, no, that doesn't work because to take this, I had to take. Yeah, never mind. That the order is wrong there. I took the second lighthouse. I took off my buys, which I wouldn't have been able to afford to do. Okay, well, probably there was nothing I could do then. At least from that decision point forward. All right. Does Torturer come into play this time? Maybe. Maybe not. We got Menagerie and Stables and Encampment for draw. Don't necessarily need it. We can also maybe go Tactician and do Virtual Coin Payload with Festival, Flag Bearer, and Forger. That seems a little dubious. Maybe it's better to just Windfall. Probably better to just Windfall. Is that way that synergizes nicely with the encampments? I think we open. Oh, hello, Exorcist. We also get Forager. I mean, we do want to thin coppers. We also want to hit 5. But with the Exorcist opening, we're not super duper likely to anyway. I think I'm going to take the Forager. Oh. I might actually take the Curse here. I think I'm going to. I get a Torture of my own. I want to be left out of the party. All right, so is this encampment or is this crossroads? I think it's encampment. We're already trashing an estate. Oh, what? Well, oh no, we have. How did. That's so uncalled for. Well, all right. I mean, it doesn't matter, I guess. I'm not taking a curse just to buy an encampment. That's silly. Come on, man. Are you serious? I think we're actually better off taking the curse here and trashing it. If we discard 2 cards, then the Forager has nothing to trash. We gain the curse, we trash the curse. That's break even. We discard... I guess it's the same, except that we're lowering the curse pile. Do we want to lower the curse pile? Feels like we do right now. Wow, rude. It's possible that we should trash copper to power up the Forager, but I don't think so. I swear to God, what is this? Are you kidding me? He's played Torture every turn. Turn 3, turn 4, turn 5, turn 6. Get out of here. And I didn't even find my Torturer this turn. Okay, finally. Oh boy. Rip encampments. Alright, we don't have a village, but Torture is our only terminal right now, so do we take stables? I mean, we could take the flag, but I don't... No, we're going to get tortured this turn, so I mean, that's an argument for taking it, especially because we trigger a shuffle that doesn't have any curses we might take in it, or might discard in it, for that matter. Our Exorcist missing the shuffle doesn't bother me too much. It's not a card that I want to be putting into my deck right now, like, otherwise, but... Okay, here I think we do just discard. Alright, I thought Crabcat was going to manage to windfall before having to put those encampments back, so nice that that did happen. Oh no. Oh, there are coppers in the trash. Okay. There's the windfall. Yeesh. Okay. So we abandon hope on the encampments and take Menagerie here. I forgot about Toil. I could have toiled my forager last turn. That was a mistake. Forgot that toil had plus buy on it. But actually, it wouldn't have even mattered because the forager gives me plus buy. Yeah, that was a mistake. I think we don't have a way to hold on to the encampments right now. I think we take them. Okay. So just taking another menagerie. It would be nice to have a village. I don't know if I want a crossroads. I want a festival. But menagerie finds a way. I think my opponent should buy another festival. Or I guess another forager would work too. I also consider just gobbling up the rest of the encampments were I crabcat. Other stables is reasonable too. Also be planning to windfall another. Oh, went for the ghost. Can be a little risky with hitting forager or encampment. Still probably worth. No. I don't know what I'm hoping to find here exactly. I guess it doesn't. I just want to play my cards. All right. So we'll definitely foil forager here to trash curse. And we need that festival. Yeah. Stables would help with the menagerie stuff. I mean, I guess the torture helps too. Yep. Why does crabcat have 2 VP? They not trashed all their estates? Huh. Weird. Guess they still had curses. Okay. Yeah, I think I want to windfall again as crabcat. And I'm sure crabcat has more coppers in hand than those 2. Oh yeah, flag. That seemed unnecessarily convoluted compared to just buying the windfall first. Oh, they don't want to ghost the flag bearer? Is that the reason? Sure. But they're willing to ghost the forager. I don't know. Ah, deserved. Okay. Huh? Menagerie finding a way. Okay, not now. That's okay. Menagerie did a good job. Well, solve the problem. Okay. So we should windfall here. The question is, should we trash a copper with our exorcist? I don't think not. I kind of think we go windfall and double encampment. We could trash a menagerie into an imp. I don't think that's crazy either. Suddenly we have encampments. Oh my gosh. Oh. Duds. Well, just one dud. I mean, it's not a big problem when you hit 19 with 4 buys, but it is a dud nonetheless. Second torture, huh? We can deal with that. Under seems a little underwhelming compared when you have like win forward. I don't know about that. Whoa, menagerie. Okay. I don't think there's any reason to do toil shenanigans. I don't really want the ghost. So my opponent has 4 stables, I have none. So from a draw perspective, I am a little behind here. We also can anticipate like the multi-torture incoming, which means we might want another forager so that we can take curses and trash them. We get to 17. 16 doesn't matter. If we windfall again and we get rabbit forager, that's 8. I kind of think we need a stables at that point. The menageries aren't super likely to draw with 6 golds in the deck. So that would be 13. We take a third forager for 16 and trash a copper. Seems a little aggressive, but it does help them enable the menageries. Alternatively, it's hard for me to see greening this turn being particularly viable. Oh. Right, I only have 3 buys. Okay, well, that's fine, I guess. I think here we now discard Gold Curse, the other Torturer. And our Menagerie is active before we have to play Stables. Oh, my opponent has a Menagerie. Huh. About that. 2 Menageries even. Remarkable. I definitely think I want to be greening now. I would have liked to get the tempo advantage of greening last turn, but I just think I didn't have enough payload, and if I went Windfall Province, I would have stalled out too quickly. But this is the unfortunate part, is now my opponent has a ton of payload and can get the tempo advantage and make it pretty hard for me to catch up. I mean, this is the problem with, losing so hard at the beginning of the game. Like, that's getting tortured every turn for the first, 4 turns after the, turns 3 to 6. Pretty bad. I think I'm taking another Windfall. That's not what I was expecting from crabcat. That seems like overkill to me. Like, if the goal is to be able to to triple province reliably. I think you want to be able to like replace the payload that you're trashing with forage or trashing copper. I think just taking a plunder would be sufficient for that and would be less likely to dud. Another torture. Huh. Okay. I don't understand this line. And returns an encampment. I didn't actually notice that that had happened. Okay. Yeah, and there's only one curse left, so like all those extra torturers, I mean, they're draw, but they're not really gonna like oppress me. I don't understand why my opponent went for that, but we have. I'm not taking a. I mean, we can just triple province here. My opponent did windfall twice last turn. So they have like a lot of payload, but do they have the ability to draw it? That's my question. The other option is we double province and take some other stuff. We'll have 10 coins. We could take another encampment. We could take another couple stables. Couple stables seems pretty reasonable. Helping to activate the menageries that we have. Do we trash this copper is another question. We can go province, stables without trashing the copper. And maybe we prefer to keep it around and make sure we don't dud on the stables. On the other hand, there's the menageries. It's kind of... We could trash this menagerie into another imp. That seems relatively safe. And then we only have one menagerie to worry about, and it's not really a huge deal. I think I like that better. If we keep the copper around... Yeah, I think we're gonna do that. So we're gonna go province, stables, menagerie into imp. Uh-oh. Well, that was fast. Oh, right, of course. Yeah, gain the curse. This could be a bad turn. Maybe I should have taken another festival. I mean, the idea is we find stables and then we use that to find festival and encampment, but it looks like my opponent does have the draw to get all that payload into hand, which is alarming. Maybe they don't have as much as I thought. 9 golds. I guess they have trashed a couple. It's still a lot of payload. Like, I don't know if it's enough to win, like, through toil shenanigans or not. I'm not really going to try to figure it out right now. Certainly possible that I should have... It's certainly possible that it will end up being the case that I should have tripled, but... Like, if they can toil for another buy, I guess, another Forger, and they have 5 buys, then they would have been able to buy 5 provinces if they have enough money, which I don't think they do. No, probably not. 9 golds is a lot, but it's not 5 provinces money. It's getting there. Interesting, trashing copper there suggests they do have 5 buys. They do have 5 province money. Wow, okay. Can I come back from that? I'm guessing not. I'm down by 23 points, so I need, like, I'm gonna be at 20. Well, I'm gonna be at 12 when I trash the curse. I'll be at 18. Need 16. 6 touchies. I don't think I can get 6 touchies. Possible my opponent duds. I guess it's possible. Is it possible I dud? I guess it's possible. But the fact that I dudded and my opponent did not is honestly pretty offensive. But I was also in such a big hole at the beginning of this game. I don't know. I don't know if there really was a line for me to climb out of that hole. Like, it was honestly, that it felt kind of that way the whole set. Like, or the whole match. I mean, I think I could have played better, like a better line in the Hermit game, closer to what my opponent did, but it definitely felt like my opponent had the better opening in all 3 games. Like, they had the 5-2 in games 1 and 3 when there was a really strong option there, and then I had the 5-2 in game 2 when the only 5 was Soothsayer that neither of us wanted. And then, you know, the shuffles that my opponent had the first several turns of this game, of course, were incredible, which really put me in the hole. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe I might have been playing, like, just based off those openings, I might have been playing at, like, you know, well under 50% odds to win in each of those games. So that I mean, it's hard for me to, like, step back and say, but it kind of felt that way. I was just, like, playing catch up every game right from the beginning, and was not able to do it in any of these games. And I mean, my opponent played well as well, of course. But I'm not sure what the line was for me to come back in any of those games. I mean, in game 1, right, there's still the question of, like, was there a sequence that I could have played in where I could have discarded 8 to to gain province and still gotten my cards back into hand and hit double province with my silvers, and I don't know. I want to say I had, I must have had 6 silvers. I know I had I had 4 coins rather in play. Artificers. And that was how I was calculating to hit. Or maybe it was I had 3 in play and 6 silvers and a copper. Yeah, I think that was it. So I needed to be able to get 7 cards into hand, which I could have done with Scholar, but I would have had to play the Scholar after discarding 8 to the Artificer, which I could have done, you know, like off of a, like, play Scholar, get to 7 cards, play Torture, get to 9 cards, play Artificer, discard down to 1 card, play Scholar, go back up to 7 cards, and then hopefully be able to get the right card, all the coin cards in hand, because there would have been a province in there and such. But yeah, so maybe there was a way in that game, but otherwise it definitely felt like I just was behind out of the gate, and that's pretty tough to deal with when you're playing against somebody who I believe is currently in A division, or there was, at least was this season. Anyway, thanks for watching. I will probably not be back until the beginning of the next league season, so until then.